Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Pterozactyl. I'm Zac, I'm a clairvoyant psychic and I share my gift to bring out the best in yours. In today's video, I wanted to connect you with an animal spirit guide. They have a message for you. I don't know who has shown up, but you know what? I just decided right now, you guys, let's just discover real quick. If you want to use your intuition or connect with one of these clear quartz crystals, feel free to pause the video. In a couple seconds, I'm going to flip over these cards and we're going to start with that now. Okay, pile 1. Ooh, is the moose. Pile 2. Ooh, is the squirrel. I'm gonna have no clue if these are straight. Pile 3 is the badger. Okay. Pile 4 is the lynx. All right. Okay, you guys, as always, do your best to ground your energy. When you ground your energy, it gives us the best chance to link up in time and space so that I can pull through the most accurate and useful information for you. I like to light a couple candles. It always makes me feel super connected, spiritual, and witchy. You could, take a couple deep breaths, turn the lights down. That process might look a little different for each of us, but once your energy is grounded, helps you choose between the piles intuitively. And once you've connected with your guide, I will meet you at your reading. There are timestamps below. Hey, Pile 1, welcome to your spirit guide reading. You guys chose the moose, and the moose has the master number 11. So a very spiritual note already coming through for your reading. The moose talks about self-esteem and how good it is to feel good about yourself. And self-worth is coming through as well. Let's put your clear quartz right here. And we're going to discover your cards together. Let's do the tarot last. And we're going to start. I chose a house for each of you guys. We're going to start with that house first. You guys have the 8th house of intimacy. Okay, that makes sense. It really relates to, I feel like, self-esteem. I just want to read these off for you guys. Investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini energy, stalking, and the underworld. Wow, okay. Let's put that there. 2 of these Radiant Oracle of the Sun cards. You guys have resourcefulness and discovery. Okay. For some reason, I'm feeling like, let's do this. And you have river with movement. Lake with stillness. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. And sorry, guys, I should really do like a practice round and like see how the cards are gonna lay out. Queen of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. You know what is so strange, you guys? It is so strange that every time I use this Nordic deck, it happened every single pile last pile, I will always pull the same suit no matter what. And I shuffle it, and my new favorite thing to do is just like stroke the spine and like dig in for a card. And I do that the same way. Very interesting. Love to see this. Okay. So I'm first drawn to this concept right here of movement and stillness. Okay, so the common factor between both of them is water, and a lot of it. Water talks about emotions, okay? And now we have that concept of water, and we have a lot of concept of earth. And what's interesting is that this, what is this called? We're going to call it a canyon. It's kind of more like a valley. This valley was carved out of earth over time through water. And water, you guys, again, it always represents emotions, okay? So I feel like there is this concept of moving, yes, I just got a ding, moving from A to B, all right? So there's something moving emotionally, something happening emotionally, and I'm getting drawn to Kundalini energy right here and all of these little sacred spirals going on in this Sun and Cancer card too. Okay, so there's something emotionally going on that's bringing you to a brighter pasture. And I had that ding when I had that thought in my mind, so that makes a lot of sense to me, because right now we have this kind of opposing energy, movement and stillness. Love to see it. So what I feel like is it's like there's something just around the river bend, and that river bend, it's like delivering you to this place of stillness, this place of tranquility, peace, and calmness right here. It feels like that's just around the corner, just out of sight. And we even have like just the tiniest little bit of red going on these flowering trees right there. And if you notice right here, there's those big red bushes to me that are popping. And so I feel like you guys are maturing somehow. This is like an emotional maturity, and it's definitely something that's been hard won. It feels like something to do with a relationship, okay? I feel like your self-worth is raising your vibration, okay? Because that's why we're going from A to B. And this is so synchronistic, you guys, because look, you guys have this card of discovery too. And there's 2 bodies of water depicted here, which is really interesting, and the entire world. Okay, so what I feel like is that there is something to do with your self-esteem, because that's the whole message that moose wants to relay to you, is the need to feel really proud of who you are. There's some quality that's coming to light for pile 1. I feel like you guys, I'm hearing that you're falling in love with yourself again. And that's a very, very beautiful thing. I think the world at large does a really good job of confusing us about what self-esteem is and what self-confidence is, okay? Self-confidence is a little bit different to me. Self-confidence is the understanding that you're going to go on after this life, right? That you go on, that there's an afterlife, that your soul is going to move on when your human vessel retires. That's self-confidence. Self-esteem is the quality of feeling good about yourself, about loving yourself, loving your unique expression of consciousness as well, okay? So what I'm picking up on is that there's something that's like turning on in you, right? There's something that has been operating inside you like a catalyst in order to move you from A to B, right? I think you guys were experiencing in the past kind of this transformation about your energy, like about your soul, about your literal essence of you. It's like you're getting a lot more clear about who you are, how interesting you are, and what all you have to share with everyone else on Earth. There's something about you guys that's becoming a lot more intense, less of a mystery, right? Because I just keep getting that message of going from A to B, okay? And this card, it feels like you have arrived. Some of you, timelines, they're always shifting. So some of you maybe are just like kind of here on this river, and some of you are well around the bend and have arrived. Everyone's timeline's going to be a little bit different. So there's this concept of moving away from who you used to be, and that person you used to be had a lot less self-esteem, a lot less understanding of your kind of angelic essence as a soul, okay? So there's definitely a motivation to move forward and to embrace the self-esteem and to kind of leave behind unnecessary baggage. Okay? Leave behind clutter of the mind. Leave behind that person you used to be and embrace this message of self-esteem. There's definitely something you guys are very soon going to have reason to feel good about. Okay? And I think that quite simply for some of you, because this message is from an animal spirit guide, it's always going to be multifaceted. Some of you, this is simply a message about feeling good about yourself. Okay, feeling good about yourself. It could be literally just like looking in the mirror and feeling good about yourself. It could be feeling good about your intelligence, learning something new, growing something financially, something to do with business as well. And some of you, it's like your strength of character. It's like you're giving yourself like I'm hearing main character energy. You're like stepping into your main character energy. I think some of you have been confused about who you are and what you're meant to do, and just kind of like you're breaking away from this mold that really had you stuck, and that mold was imposed on you by your parents, society, religion, the world at large, exterior things outside of you that you held on to only because of repetition, right? And I'm hearing that you're breaking free of that, okay? Because there's definitely something to do with your lower chakras that are very much improving, okay? Root and sacral especially, right? And certainly a little bit of that solar plexus. I read solar plexus more as self-confidence though. Self-esteem is definitely sacral chakra, okay? So if you guys have been looking for confirmation about like perhaps what chakra you need to balance or which one seems to be improving, definitely your lower chakras, okay? Because we have the earth right here of this concept, and both of these are to do with pentacles, okay? And it feels very much actually it kind of like this is what I want to do with them, right? And they literally almost mirror these what are these called, earth magic cards, right? Page of Pentacles, kind of like a beginner going off into the world, like going down this river, not really knowing what the future looks like, and then having this moment of aha, I have arrived, with stillness in the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like for some of us there's a lot of messages here about travel. Okay, and what I'm getting with travel is kind of like an expansion of your mind, because I feel like this has to do a lot with you guys. Okay, there's something about you developing as a soul, and that's going to open up a new future for you. It could be opportunities, like literally tangible opportunities, or it could just be this newfound tranquility and newfound stability within yourself. Being very certain about who you are and the opinions you have, and not feeling kind of guilty about thinking about certain things, especially if those opinions differ from your friends and family and the world at large. Okay, so this message of 8th house and intimacy. I feel like you guys are going somewhere, you know? Some of you, this is not for you, okay? For some of you, there is a really strong message about traveling somewhere. Going somewhere, getting away from it all, okay? Because there's this process though about gaining something, right? That's why we have this resourcefulness. And I just keep picking up on this clay pot right there, and it feels like it stores a lot of good food, but you know, it also could be emptied of food and used to store water or collect water. And it feels like this Page of Pentacles with new experiences, it's just like there's something going on in your life. Nope, it's a past energy, something that you've done recently. It's like you've been learning something new, you've been growing something, tending something, developing patience. It's going to be different for each of us. Something about gaining something very important and utilizing that down the road. And it feels like this moose is kind of to announce this down the road, this I have arrived. The moose is definitely here to give you guys this message of standing tall and proud of being who you are. In a very, very generic sense. I'm going to try to get a little bit more specific, but I'm just trying to capture the gist of this energy. Okay, because these energies, they're very opposing. It feels like a lot of travel. Oh, hello, Fuzz. A lot of like travel, like getting this period of preparation. And you guys might be drawn to the next pile. Pile 2 is the squirrel, and squirrels talk about getting rid of unnecessary clutter in order to bring more in. It's preparation, right? Be prepared is what the squirrel says. Okay, but I feel like, and yeah, it feels like kind of like a good opportunity coming through. Right? With the 8th house, mysteries and secrets keeps popping for me. And so it feels like there's something you can't see, right? I feel like you guys are in the boat right here and you just don't know. You've just been going, traveling in the dark, it feels like, for a little bit, just going along, developing your faith, developing your patience, being very resourceful with what you have, desiring a lot more, though, is what's coming up. Okay, and it feels like you're just about to get to the other side of that river bend and to enter this new period. Stillness to me doesn't say stagnation. This just feels like a celebration, right? If I was traveling down, you know what? I would love nothing more to park my boat right here. Actually, there's your boat. It is parked, right? At this really gorgeous landing. Come on, footsteps down into the water. I think that's really beautiful. And so I feel like you're getting what has been your desire because you've been, my throat just closed up like hella. You guys have been working really hard on something. Really developing it with the Page of Pentacles, and it feels like you've been waiting for the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. It's like what you've been doing. That's the step between these two guys, and it's like that Knight of Pentacles, we're removing that step entirely and going from A to B, right? That's that strong message, right? Because right here, you're in the energy of the Page of Pentacles on this river bend, right? Kind of in the dark a little bit, and thinking like, what's next? Like, when am I going to develop from Page into Knight? But the second you get around the river bend, it feels like it's where you land here in this lake and stillness. And so that's going from A to B, right? Because I feel like patience is something you've been doing for almost a year now, and it's time to get over that hump, right? It's time to reach this fresh, clear pasture where you can receive. It feels like this period of receiving something, okay? Now, these cards down here, resourcefulness and discovery. Let's just look at them together. Okay. We have this crow, or just a blackbird sitting on top. All right. Kind of like looking up and backwards. And this sign right here, I don't know what it means, but it feels like it has something to do with Sagittarius. Maybe it's like an old symbol. Sagittarius has everything to do with travel and foreign cultures, okay? Distant horizons, being very multicultural. That gives me the energy of the Page of Pentacles too. Someone who does a lot of studying. Someone who's trying to find out something new, trying to go somewhere new is also coming through. Now, the bird, though, it's like standing at the edge of the pot, okay? And looking up and behind, it just feels like, without the negative connotation, almost being blindsided, right? It's a really interesting perspective. I'm picking up on this bird, you guys, and this arrow, okay? And they're both pointing up. These beaks right there are pointing up towards, this is the world, but from a very high perspective. And this is a sun. It's a symbol of a sun. So looking up at the sun, that's pretty far and distant too. Going somewhere new. I can't remove it from that. It's not like that for everyone, though. I hate very vague readings that just say, you're traveling, there's traveling. It's such a random concept for me. Traveling could mean expansion for sure for some of you. I want to just move these cards out of the way. I thought I might have to reach for another deck. Okay. I just don't want to read too much into individual cards. Because I get this, Spirit's really wanting you to embrace this moose in esteem. And if you're not there, that's the only message you need to take from this reading. If you are not feeling this level of self-esteem, just like raw goodness, it's kind of hard to describe. It's sexual energy to a degree, right? Kind of root and sacral chakras, really feeling good about being in your body, but it's like being okay with who you are. One thing that's popping is that I've always really enjoyed who I am as an individual. I really much like my skill sets. I really enjoy my perspective of the world. I'm very comfortable with who I am, but I have a lot of friends who've always been very envious of that quality. And I couldn't picture life being any other way. I couldn't picture being unstable within myself or not liking something about myself. If that used to be you, someone who used to not like who you were, and if you're still in there, the moose is telling you, and the strongest message I could give you, you could just, depart from this reading right now, is the need to feel very, very worthy, right? Because someone who is rejecting feeling worthy, rejecting who they are, isn't someone who can be very useful on Earth, okay? And that's, not the only purpose, but it does yourself a disservice to kind of reject yourself, right? So definitely be in the energy of feeling very good about who you are, okay? So, I just really have to underscore that message. The moose is one of my very favorites. It's a very, very good feeling to get that card. Okay, so, I keep getting this message, Spirit, about travel. Very too vague, please. Can I have more? Okay, that makes sense. We also have another 11, okay? Justice. It's definitely about either you trying to force the hand of the universe or the universe is trying to propose to you. I just heard that. That was weird. The universe trying to propose to you. Okay, so there's definitely this concept, again, coming through of pointing up. We have the sword pointing up. So something is due, right? There is a consequence coming through. And again, I'm going to keep using that word. I hope it doesn't scare anyone. Consequence literally means like a direct action or result of something, okay? It's just a very better word than gift, right? It's the consequence, right? That's what the Justice card also says to me as well. So it feels like you guys have been like on a path, going down a spiritual path for some of you. This is like a message of inner growth for others of you. And for some of you, it has something to do with like your talent, something you've been building, okay, for quite a while. You're about to get from A to B. There's no gray middle ground anymore. It's like you get around the river bend and you realize you've already arrived. Okay, because that's the energy of going from Page of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. I even view this queen higher. Yeah, I just got a ding. I view this queen higher than the King of Pentacles. The king, he just really cares about finances and career and patience, really good at all that. The queen has all of that, but she also has the emphasis on health and family. Okay, so it makes her a lot more multifaceted and a lot more well-rounded. So to go from Page, the very beginning stage, all the way to Queen of Pentacles coming through, I feel like you guys are really leveling up. And there are things that are coming in the material, because as the Pentacles talk about the material, there are things happening in the material realm that are going to be the consequence of the emotional work that you guys have been doing, the inner work, okay? So again, feel very good about yourself if you feel like your libido is increasing, okay? Because come on, look at this. We have intensity, sex, erotic capital, okay, and Kundalini energy. The 8th house with intimacy. Not necessarily 5th house of passion, but intimacy, okay? So that's like real closeness. And I'm getting this. It's being interpreted as like closeness to yourself. So I feel like a real surge around your roots chakra and your sacral chakra. And those are going to help give you the gateway, or they're going to help you approach the gateway to the heart chakra, which in turn is a gateway to the upper chakra. So it feels like you guys are being really well balanced in the lower chakras, and as a result, you're going to be able to have that firmer foundation within yourself in order to go the distance, in order to go somewhere else, in order to be in a position where you're receptive. There is some major consequence coming through. And it is a direct result of you putting in movement, emotional movement, like actually moving away from something. You used to be in this very small harbor and you used to be settling for less. You guys used to kiss a lot of frogs. You used to surround yourself with people who were just at a very low vibration. And now you're able to move away from that because you had this inner guidance. Okay, you had this guidance for more and a desire to feel more and to be more. And that desire for more is actually your higher self reminding you of where you come from. You're more angelic than you are led to believe in this earthly realm. So it feels like, with a justice card, justice is going to be served. When you do something, you do the work, there are things that shift into place because your vibration changes. So if you're no longer in this low, ugly, fear-based vibration, but in a much higher acceptance, even more towards love or self-esteem, that vibration is so much higher and it's going to catapult you, right? We're going from A to B. We're moving from the energy of very low Page of Pentacle energy to very, very high Queen of Pentacle energy. Okay, there's just this is that main message for this from this animal spirit guide, the moose. It's so beautiful. I see you guys entering this next period, next cycle of your life, and there are things to be accumulated. Okay, for some of you, and I know this little message keeps coming through, I'm going to see if spirit can be a little bit more specific. There's that message of resourcefulness and discovery. I just see you packing your bags and leaving. And I don't really know what's that about. Okay, so Spirit, I got basically everything. Thank you for the clarification of the justice. This message right here about packing our bags and going somewhere, can I have something what is that about? Anxiety, we have another 9 popping. Okay. I think that there are some worries, right? I think you guys are transitioning from poverty consciousness into expanding. You know your worth, okay? Now, because that early message was a lot about self-worth. You guys are really developing your mind, okay? Your mind is not somewhere that is going to be, I don't know why when I sit down there's just all these little hairs that appear. Your mind isn't working against you. Your emotions are no longer working against you, okay? You're seeing a lot more clearly who you are as an individual, okay? Some of you are literally glowing up, right? To have this transformation from this Page of Pentacles, okay, so quiet, hair is one color, and kind of just a little bit untamed. And then we have the beautiful Queen of Pentacles. Her eyes are open. She has beautiful hair that's very well defined. And there's all bunch of stars around her that are glowing. She's glowed up, okay? And we have, this figure here with a violet curtain and then the sun at the top too. So I think that's very synchronistic. I think that you guys are transitioning, right? You're moving from A to B. You are no longer that person who lacked self-confidence, and as a result, everything in your life was still and stagnant. That's who you used to be. You used to be really stuck. But then there was this major transformation. Some of you have been going through the dark night of a soul. Some of you have been going through a Saturn return, and now you're on the other side, right? You're on the other side of the riverbed. It's opening up into a pool of water that is abundant. There's a lot to be discovered at this new place, right? In this new vibration within yourself is also coming through. This new vibration within yourself. Okay. All right, well, guys, I think that, those are all the messages I'm getting with these cards. But what I want to do is I love to pull those tiny messages, you guys. If you guys want me to stop them, just let me know. But I love these little guys, and I like them to be messages from your spirit guides. Okay, so that was all the messages from the moose. Now let's get a couple parting messages from your spirit guides. happy popped out of the bowl, okay? And it's huge. It's one of the biggest messages in here, and all of the letters are bold as well, or uppercase. Happy, a huge happiness, okay? That's lower chakra energy to me, okay? Kind of actually, you know, solar plexus too. You guys have a really good, solid foundation, and it feels like because you finally got to here, now you're going to be able to see so much more, right? You've been climbing up that mountain. It felt like a heck of a long journey, but once you reach the top, there's a consequence from going that far, right? You have an incredibly expanded view, right? And going back down the other side of that mountain, it's way easier, okay? So it feels like happy times are upon you. Let's get 3 messages. I'm gonna interpret them one at a time. Let's like reach way under here. Who are you? Drama of the past. Clarify this message, please, Spirit. Yeah, exactly. Because now there are flowers. Flowers crossing this message of drama. That's so cute. Cute, you guys. I was trying to say cool and cute at the same time. This hot and cold, I love that. Yeah, these flowers. Buy yourself some flowers, pile 1, right? I feel like you deserve to pamper yourself a little bit, right? Drama of the past, right? I literally saw this and I was like, what are we talking about? I've never really used these to clarify each other, but the fact that that message came out, it really makes a lot of sense. There's definitely this messy energy in your body that's leaving, right? And that was like a period of like trusting yourself, and then you don't. And you trust yourself and you build up your self-esteem and you're going after this thing, and then you lose the faith somehow. You lose that. You get that negative inner saboteur that comes out. But now it's like you're able to recognize that so efficiently that it doesn't stop you anymore. There's nothing stopping you, pile 1, anymore. You used to be the one who would be your biggest opponent. You are your worst critic, pile 1, but you're recognizing that and you're changing the way that you talk to yourself and that you see the actions that you do. Let's get one last message, please. Let's give this a good shuffle. And we're gonna reach way under here for you without a map. Yeah. It felt like that's what you guys were in for quite a while, okay? This period of just like travel, just going. And it was an inside job. That's what this is telling me, without a map. You know, you can read as many self-help books as you can, but eventually it comes down to you doing the inner work. And as a result, you're going to see so much open for you. Lots of things to flower for you. This inside job, you know, it could have been really difficult. It could have been an ego death for some of you. Some of you quite literally could have lost all of your self-esteem a while ago, but you're on the outside of that now. You're like on this new frontier, and I just feel like you are way cleansed. I get this really light energy about you. It feels very new, very fresh, and as a result, you're going to see opportunities come in. And don't be surprised if something comes into your life and radically shifts that for the better, right? It's like the energy of going through this dry spell, and then all of a sudden a romantic figure comes in and things move very quickly, right? Or the energy of, you know, building a talent of yours, right? You just started singing lessons, and then all of a sudden you find the right teacher, and you are literally like 3 years ahead of what you thought you would do in this singing career. And for some of you, it's like a career that you've been building, you know, doing your due diligence, and, you know, knowing that there's this period of patience you have to go through, and then suddenly, boom, like you're way further along than that present energy. You know, it felt very slow. It thought that you were going to take years to get there, but instant. There's something very quick happening for you guys. Okay. Well, I do think that those are all your messages, and I really hope you guys liked your reading. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. Of course, I do private readings for clients. You can find all of that information down below, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your Animal Spirit Guide message reading. So you guys chose the squirrel, and the squirrel is all about preparing, or gathering, okay? And picking up on more of a hit right now for gathering, okay? Gathering nuts in store for the future. Gathering something. So let's go ahead and discover your cards together. I drew a house for each of us just to give this reading a little bit of structure, okay? So, okay, the squirrel wants to talk to you guys about the 9th house. Let's read these real quick. Foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, belief, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, and risk-taking, okay? Okay, so that's very curious already, you guys, because this talks to me about travel, okay? Seeking, right? But you guys are like also holding on to things, holding on to nuggets of truth and wisdom. Okay, very curious. Let's discover these cards next. Okay, we have, what is that, Venus? No, it's not Venus. Is it Venus? It's Venus. We're going to call it Venus. Venus and Pisces. Interesting. And picking up on most, the bird in the cage with the door open. Okay. The open door. Okay. Now we have, wow, what a way, that's an interesting card. Okay. Saturn in Gemini with concentration. Okay. Wow. Very, very interesting imagery on these cards. I gotta say, I love them. Let's do tarot last. Tsunami with wake up call. And winter solstice with reflection. That's interesting. And then you guys have the 2 of Cups and the High Priestess. Okay. Let's just see kind of like this. Are we on camera? What's going on? Oh, we have plenty of room. Okay. So first of all, the first message that I'm getting has to do with gathering intel, okay? Gathering intel. And you know what? I'm gonna reach for a couple cards in here. I did that for pile 1. And yes, I love drawing these in advance, but I'm not really getting a strong one single message. Okay. Okay, definitely seeking. That was a bunch of 9s in a row. Okay, lots of this concept of travel going somewhere. Okay, so the squirrel wants to talk to you about going somewhere, right? Going somewhere. It feels very much like going somewhere. And all of this water is ridiculous. There's so much water. But what's interesting is this tsunami with wake up call transitioning into winter solstice. It's like the entire tsunami has been frozen solid. Curious. To me, that feels like an emotional blockage of sorts. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, okay, you guys? So between the 9th house and the squirrel, okay, so a certain message coming up that's oddly specific and mundane. It has to do with just making sure you're not overspending your finances right now. You don't want to be pushing things to the seams. It kind of like approach of less is more is coming through. The squirrel always says declutter. Get rid of all the crap and crud that's been piling up in your house. Get rid of that, because it makes room for more. But it also, some of that stuff can just have dead, stale energy, which can really bring down the vibe of your house, okay? But pile 2, we want you to go somewhere. We literally want you to go somewhere. I feel like it's a vision quest. We have the High Priestess, okay? Now, with the 2 of Cups, it's interesting to me, okay, because it feels like a little bit of a separate message, something to do with relationships. I think we can get to that a little bit later. What I'm going to do is actually pull this off, because it's pulling my focus too much. Okay, so we definitely need you guys to go somewhere, all right? This is a spiritual trip. You're supposed to learn something at this time. We need to free yourself. We have to get out of this cage somehow in order to gain something. And it feels like a different perspective shift because we have the wake-up call. Okay, I feel like with Saturn in Gemini with concentration, those words look nothing like the card imagery, so I'm going to ignore the imagery for a little bit and just focus on the message I'm getting, which has to do with you guys really buckling down, actually sitting down and going on a vision quest or going somewhere, taking yourself on a little bit of a trip just to expand your horizons. I think that would be very good for you. Okay, so definitely focus on not spending right now, and conserving your resources is coming up. And then also just getting rid of unnecessary clutter, because again, it holds the vibration of the former owner, or like you in the past is also coming through. Okay, so make sure we just get rid of all of that we don't need. Okay, the High Priestess, I'm interested in that. This card calls it empowerment. Okay, very interesting to me. I think that there's something that you're meant to find out. There's definitely something you're supposed to know. And the squirrel wants you to get really grounded, because another beautiful message that comes with the squirrel, it talks about how it was able to utilize the power of eagle to take flight, and that's how we get the flying squirrel. Okay, so we think of a squirrel in a very mundane way, right? It's a rodent, it's like a mouse, okay? And nothing really special about it. Definitely, you know, a little bit of earthbound. But think about the flying squirrel, and yes, they glide, but I think that imagery is beautiful, how it can get so grounded that it's able to take flight. So there's definitely something coming to help you to take flight. Kind of like a perspective shift. And it feels like you have to be the one to initiate this. You gotta be able to go somewhere where you can get quiet enough, or to be around the right people in order to learn something, to free yourself, because I feel like your mind is trapped, or there's like a message that's trying to reach you, but your barriers are so rigid that this message from spirit can't come through. And your guides are saying, that's no problem, we're just showing you that, no worries, because all of the secrets lie within. And to have the High Priestess come out with a big moon behind her and this wake-up call right here, you can't miss it. Right? This message, it feels like some of you are really resisting going on a sort of like a spiritual quest or a retreat, or seeking something, some adventure, something along these lines. It's this energy is going somewhere new, and that's going to look a little bit different to each of us. You know what I'm just going to do right away? I'm feeling this message a little bit more. Can I have something, please, about this High Priestess? Mission Possible and free. Okay. Yeah, Mission Possible with free literally says travel. It says go somewhere new, a pilgrimage, something religious, going somewhere new, okay? And you know that makes sense because we have reflection too, going somewhere, and we're approaching winter. So this feels like in the future. The squirrel is here to bring you a message about what's to come, or it honestly feels like guidance for you, very spiritual guidance, okay? But not in the upper chakras, definitely the lower chakras. We want you guys to get really rooted and grounded in order to scale a new height. Okay, in order to go somewhere new, there's something you're meant to learn, something you're meant to find out. Okay, now I'm picking up on this beautiful image now with the spider's web, and there's a star in the middle, and the spider's web talks about fate. Okay, and it feels like you're meant to go on this spiritual quest, okay, on this little pilgrimage, this foreign travel adventure, learning something new at the very least, okay, because it has something to do with your destiny, right? Your soul's highest purpose is what's coming through with that star right in the middle. Now, it feels like with this little creepy imp right there over the mouth and all these little swords around it, I feel like that's a very interesting thing. It's like something is sitting on your mouth, and the truth isn't coming out, right? And so I feel like what we're hearing or seeing right here is this message about silence, getting quiet and concentrating in order to be able to get out of your current state of mind, to receive some information, because Spirit wants to give you a wake-up call. And that's not a negative thing. The wake-up call kind of just like re-inspires you to find and to go towards your soul's highest purpose. Okay, these are the first messages coming through. I'm reading them very quickly, which makes me feel like, you know, it does make me feel like maybe we could focus here next. I mean, I'm not against coming back to some of these messages, but and maybe it's my own fault for drawing a house. It feels very straightforward. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna kind of collect these. I'm not gonna take these tiny messages. I'm just gonna kind of collect them and put them right here. Okay, so the Two of Cups, soulmate, right? Maybe your soulmate lies abroad. Definitely going somewhere. Maybe this is a relationship too. Okay, let's just go ahead and get a little bit of information. Okay, Spirit, I think that first message was clear. Okay. Interesting. A progression, because 6 and 2 is 8, 9, 10. Okay. To a union, and we have this domestic family. Okay, but it's like, I feel like they are actually vacationing. They don't live here. I've never gotten this. They're vacationing here. They've went into the countryside, that little farm over there. It's like reading like an Airbnb. Okay, so the squirrel. Spirit, this union, please. Can I have a little bit more? Like, what in the world is going on? Why are you showing me that? Okay, that makes sense now. Some of you are going to need to go off on a loan, right? I feel like you're stuck in this union and need to break free. Need to be able to go out alone, go somewhere alone, okay? Because when I was getting those clarifications at the very beginning, it was that message, I was just getting 9s, which makes me think of the Hermit, okay? And you have the 9th house. I see gurus as well. So the squirrel, preparedness. Spirit wants you to be prepared. Okay, prepared, because honestly, for some of you, it feels like there's a soulmate that's been a long time coming. Okay, a long time coming. And you got to be ready for this. For some reason, there's this message about being ready. And it's like the less you have, the less responsibilities you have, the more free you're going to be able to go. Okay, because it's like your soul wants to do something right now, wants to experience something other than what you've been currently experiencing. Okay. Expansion. You know what I'm gonna do, you guys? I'm actually gonna go for a deck that I haven't gone for in any of the other piles. I'm gonna do a spiritual lens for you guys, just because, you know, this message is just very point blank. So maybe you guys are just like, you're here to get the message and leave? I don't know. I mean, your reading's what, 13 minutes? Pile 1 was like a half hour. Okay, so for pile 2, please, why are we talking about the squirrel? Yeah, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And we have the full moon coming up again, right? So there's something to do with you being earthbound, and we want you to be removed, right? Do you see how these ropes are finally coming away from these 3 individuals who are ascending? It's like we want to do that too. Okay, and we have releasing soul contracts, and we have the 10 of Cups that came out for you guys. With the Lovers, to me, this talks about family and karma, and very much soul contract with the angel up there overseeing everything. Okay, so there's definitely something we need to get rid of. Something that needs to be gotten rid of, right? So a guru or a pilgrimage or a spiritual quest, right? All those things sound like shamanism to me, and shamans perform cord cutting ceremonies. And I think that they can do for you a soul retrieval, right? So this concept of union coming through is very interesting. Okay. Spirit, can I have another card? This is for pile 2, my lovely 2s. My terrible twos, sorry. Trust the niggle. What's the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay, so what I'm getting is that Spirit is saying, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been getting this message in other tarot card readings. More than that, you've been getting this message from your intuition because you guys have the High Priestess there. Now, this is the end of your reading, and I can't believe I'm actually going to do that. I always make an effort to bring the readings towards 20 minutes, but I gotta say, this is what I'm getting from Spirit. You know what you have to do, pile 2. You know where you need to go. You know how that's going to happen. Maybe it requires a little bit of risk taking, but you have to make room for a new horizon, a new sunshine, a new view, okay? And this is going to bring about a perspective shift that is super necessary at this time in your life because I feel like it has to do with your destiny. Okay, I think that you guys are at a period in your life where you're kind of like approaching North Node energy is what's coming through. And we want you guys to just be free. We want you to be free. The squirrel says get rid of excess to, you know, to make room for more, kind of. But it makes me think of the fool who only carries that pack on his back, which very much is obviously correlating to the 9th house and seeking here, okay? And I feel like that energy of like release, because we have that releasing past lives, soul patterns, contracts, for some reason releasing a relationship too, feeling very stuck in a relationship. Things are good, but you want expansion because we have the 10 of Cups. It's like good. Spirit, is there something else that we can give pile 2? You know, I really want to give them something else to go on here. Why are you telling us this? You can be very repetitive with me. That's fine. Why are we giving this message from the squirrel? Why do we keep getting this? It's talking about spiritual battles to me. Battles of will. You've worked hard to gain every single one of these staves. And your spiritual stamina, okay? Your spiritual stamina and strength is growing. And right now it needs like... there's no more room on here to place another staff, and so you somehow have to get outside of where you are right now. And it also very much looks like this bird in a cage, but the door is open. The door is wide open. I just heard the world is your oyster. Okay. That 9 of Wands, you guys, that was the 3rd time it's come out in your reading. Feeling a little bit worn out. Okay, Spirit. This 2 of Cups again, please. 10 of Pentacles. Again, the concept of family. It's exactly the same message. It's so strange and synchronistic. You shouldn't be so surprised. This deck was really in tune with me. Okay, so again, 10, right? And family, right? Not the 10 of Wands, not the 10 of Swords, the 10 that has to do with family and longevity. Okay, and kind of like travel, having arrived. All right, but this one talks to me about Odysseus, the Odyssey. Okay, so a life's story, an epic story. It starts with you going, expansion, new horizons, going somewhere. If you're thinking about moving, get prepared because there's this concept of that's going to happen. Okay, there is this message coming through about moving, about going somewhere new, taking a little bit of a leap of faith. Maybe some of you are going to like go to school for something. So 10, end of cycles, okay? End of cycles, right? Releasing soul patterns, soul contracts, releasing past lives, okay? I feel like because with this Trust the Niggle card, I think we got it. I think we got out exactly what message the squirrel needed to tell you, pile 2. And I really hope you enjoyed this reading. And I just want to thank you for spending your time with me. I do, of course, book clients, and you can book a private psychic reading with me. All that information is down below. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world, pile 2. Until next time, stay divine. Hey, Pile 3, welcome to your Animal Spirit Guide reading. You guys chose the badger. Badger represents aggression. Okay, so what I get from this is there either is like a need to sort of cool your approach in life or the exact opposite. And we really got to tackle something with all of our energy. So let's discover your cards together. We're going to begin with this Radiant Oracle of the Sun. You have Ostentation with Saturn and Taurus. That's a blessing. Wow, okay. What else? Optimism with the Moon in Sagittarius. Okay, I like this. Oh, that's so cool. Look at this. 2929. Wow. Okay. Which equals 11. Master number 11. Very cool. Also, so strange, so synchronistic is this concept right here of a woman reclining on some sort of like mythical beast that is able to swim in the water, right? This is like depicting two horses with mermaid tails, and here we have this big bull or cow with mermaid tails. I'm getting a ringing in my right ear. Okay. Very interesting. Let's keep going. Okay, we're gonna do this. I've pulled a house. I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't like this actually, but I didn't want to break the consistency. I've been doing it for pile 1 and 2. So I drew a house from my Astro deck. This is kind of where we should loosely interpret this reading through. You guys have the 10th house of reputation. Okay, let's read that real quick. Career, responsibilities, achievement, competence, fame, notoriety, standing, authority figures, legacy, purpose, pinnacle, the patriarchy, empire. We'll set that there. Let's go ahead and do some earth magic. Full moon with completion. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, lotus flower with unfoldment. Ooh, okay. It's coming a little bit more clear. Let's discover your tarot cards. 5 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Okay, another 10. All right. Okay. So one of the first messages that's coming through is there's something you guys have been working so hard at, okay? And it feels like you've been doing this and at the cost of everything else. That's not negative though. Usually I say that as a negative statement, but this one, it doesn't feel negative. You guys have laser focus on something, right? What's interesting, I keep looking right here. This is the 3 of Cups to me, okay? Some concept of celebration. Now, what I feel like is there is a tiny little bit in your energy, you guys. There's a little bit of denial or suspicion or what is that? Denial, suspicion, doubt. Doubt is the other word I was looking for. And I'm just seeing it. Your energy is, oh my God, it's so strange to see it this way. Thank you, Spirit, for the message. I'm seeing a pie chart, okay? And it's like everything's yellow and there's that tiny little sliver that's red. And it feels like I want to just pull that splinter out. That splinter is doubt. And what I feel like is that you needed to hear a message. I don't know why it's coming from the badger. I'll try to get more clear. You've been trying to get... sorry, I'm interrupting myself. Barty, if you're in this pile, hi. Hi, you chose pile 3, Barty. Hello, I needed to give a special hello to you because what I'm getting is a blessing from Spirit as far as something to do with herbalism as a career, okay? And it feels like that's very, very favorable for you, okay, Barty? You have the 10 of Pentacles too. I just wanted to get that message. It came in very quickly. Now, for you guys, though, that little bit of doubt that we need to remove, that tiny little splinter that does not need to be there, it feels like that is just, I'm hearing the message, it's the straw that broke the camel's back, but that's not the meaning that should be applied here. It's just like that little tiny doubt, just remove it. Okay, and I'm going to drop that concept. Thank you, Spirit. because something's coming into completion, right? And as a result, like, there are some big energies in this pile. 10th house with reputation. Ostentation, kind of overscored twice. Full moon completion and the unfoldment, right? The flower is blooming, right? And unfoldment, this card talks about something finally being revealed to you, okay? Something that you worked very hard on being revealed to you. I'm just adjusting my seat. I'm going to just, the full moon, please. Whoa. I think I can find this. Guess who? Okay, surprise. And bold plan. Bold plan is that badger with aggression, okay? So it feels like for the majority of you, this is something coming into being. You've already done the work. For others of you, it's gonna require an aggressive approach to get this done. Thank you. That was the message of the splinter coming through. Some of you who are doing this work already, it's like there's that splinter of doubt in there. We need to remove it so that that pie chart can finally reach completion, right? I imagine it like loading, like a loading screen, and coming full circle, because that releases something, right? It opens a door, it produces a key, okay? Because you need that key, you need that to go full circle, remove all self-doubt for the path that you're on, okay? You're definitely here to celebrate a significant amount of abundance, right? Like true abundance coming through. There's a really important message though with Badger, because the 2-9 and the 2-9 that pops up, okay? 2, duality, choice, or union. 9, success, okay? Badger, it talks a little bit about aggression, also roots and herbalism and underground, okay? Using things not seen to make cures, okay? So using things not seen or just underground. You guys have been doing something, hiding it from the light. If this is a project that you set down, it's your career path. You are meant to do this. You are meant to do this, okay? I'm getting called out a little bit by spirit. I have a book that I've set down, okay? And there's something about that needs to be done. You're here to bring some work of art, okay, into society, because you're here to be a little bit of a beacon of hope for other people. I think that someone here needs to share their story. I just got a ding. Someone here needs to share their story, because 10 of Pentacles talks about a legacy to me. It's more than contentment, like this card indicates. It's a legacy. And the fact that you have full moon, which to me talks about blessings, and you have double ostentation. I'm reading that as, I'm just picking up on the imagery, you guys. To me, I try to reduce things to the most essential form to get the message out. It's like I literally have 4 cards here that are all the 10 of Pentacles, okay? And it feels like some of you have been going after your life path and purpose and career and building your empire and working so hard for that. It's here. The time has arrived. Your aggression is paying off. All right. This aggressive approach, this really strong approach has paid off. There's something about supporting figures too, though. Curious. I'm going to let that message go. So I'm going to do what I did with the other piles. Sorry, you guys, my energy is a little strange today. I usually love to go super intense and kind of connect all the threads, but today I'm sitting down and I'm like, I need to see the energy so that I can move from that, is what's coming through. So now that I got this, it's very strange. I'm going to just kind of like clear everything away and maybe just hold on to this double 10, okay? Because I want to know more. Now that I got that main message out of the way, I'm going to use this deck. Spirit, why is pile the emphasis on the sacral chakra, the emphasis on dark orange? Everyone is sitting on the dark orange. Everyone is sitting on strong passions, okay? And you want to sit on this throne. Strength. Strength with aggression as well. You have worked your ASS off to get to where you are right now. This has not been an easy journey. And it feels like the spirit of the universe sent the badger to you to give you recognition that you deserve for this path that you've been going after. It feels like aggression with 10th house and reputation, your life purpose. You have been relentless. You're probably a starseed, honestly, if you came here with that much drive and willpower. It's like sometimes what I'm seeing is that pie chart again with that little sliver, and sometimes that little sliver represents fun, and the yellow, everything else represents the work that you put in, and that's okay. But I feel like sometimes it's okay to give yourself a little bit of time off, pile 3, okay? With the strength card, if you have a grandmother in spirit, she's here to say hello. I always like to pass on that message. That comes through for this card as well. A lot of hard work, okay? And especially, Barty, if you're still in this reading or if you chose this pile, this is a healer. It's a wise woman using plant medicine, in my opinion, which I feel like is a blessed message for you. Okay, so Knight of Wands with the Empress, to me, talks about a passionate romance, okay? Feels like maybe 2 messages, 2 and 9. 9, success, okay? What you've been going after, your life path, your purpose, it's unfolding. You had to learn about self-worth. You had to learn how valuable you are. You had to be able to be and feel comfortable with this energy right here, where you are the it girl, where you are really, really important, okay? Stay optimistic right now, okay? I think things are going to show themselves very soon. It just feels like very soon. You have the full moon, it's out right now, okay? And so it feels like the time is ripe. Things are being revealed to you. And this like journey you've been on lately to really figure out your purpose in life, to figure out where you're supposed to stand up and lead others, that's coming into focus, okay? All of the qualities that you've gained along the way are building your strength of character. You needed them. You didn't have them all, or they weren't all developed to the point they are now when you first started out. I'm hearing when you even first had a glimpse of what your future should be and what you want to do and who you want to be and how you're going to achieve your fame and notoriety and career dreams and aspirations. I'm hearing some of you already knew what that was, but you didn't possess those qualities quite yet. Okay, that's the 9. Now the 2 is what I'm picking up on right here, okay? Knight of Wands with the Empress. Huge glow up, huge increase with libido, okay? Sex drive, sexual energy, very potent, very powerful spiritual energy. Sexual energy is the most powerful spiritual energy. So strong emphasis on the lower chakras being very grounded and well developed. They're a springboard for you now. There's a new romance coming in. There's definitely a new energy coming in, okay? I'm getting this as new. For some of you, it's just your energy. It feels a little bit like the moose message, kind of self-esteem, and putting you on a path to really getting into the most ideal external expression of your physical avatar, right? This is changing your appearance. This is loving your appearance. This is dressing yourself in a way that reflects who you feel like you truly are and expresses kind of the untamed aspects of your soul, which are very beautiful. That's what's coming through. Knight of Wands feels kind of like this message. I just saw this though. Is she not laid back in loose garb, strolling on some huge elaborate throne right here? Is she not the exact depiction of all of these ladies right here? right? And now we finally have our third one, this Empress. Okay, we technically could think of her too. But I'm grouping these together, and so it'd be as if she was sitting on top of this chariot right here, okay? And it's 3, optimism, the 3 women right here. So maybe this is a message about friendship. I'm dropping that immediately, though. It feels like you're getting, it's loosely the energy of a new car, okay? But it's like, what you've been going after. If that's money, it feels like money. For romance or chemistry with an individual, it's chemistry. It's everything. It's excess is coming through. Okay, there's this concept of excess. You have the 10 of Pentacles, contentment, nothing that you need to really go after with overexertion anymore. You know what you're doing, and as a result, you can take a load off and just like sit down and relax. There's something else. There's something else, because this is too synchronistic to me. She's literally Empress on top of the Knight of Wands. It's sex, you guys. It's sex. It's a partner for some of you. So let's get a little bit about this. I'm very curious for you. Spirit, this is for my pile 3s. Okay, can I know about this? Okay, can you just give me something about this? Indie hipster. That's the rebel child. Thank you. Butterflies. You should be very excited about this. This person's going to give you butterflies, okay? They might not stand the test of time, but you need this, okay? Epic. I knew it, okay? Because that's the 10 of Pentacles. The epic talks about a legacy, okay? It talks about a very big journey, okay? That you have been on for your whole life, and you're sensing that, okay? Maybe it is a little bit of quelling that aggression in you. Aggression not in kind of like the normal sense of the word, but it's like you're almost like whipping yourself to keep going because you're impatient a little bit. We work in this really annoyingly dense 3D realm. I know, you guys. I know. It can get slow. But just kind of remember where you come from, the soul aspect, okay? So there's definitely a love coming here, a love connection coming through. Can I have a little bit more about this Knight of Wands? Not so little J. Oh my god. Okay. Younger person coming through. Rebel at heart. Rebel is just popping. Rebel, rebel, rebel. Wild. Spur. Shift of energy. Lots of sexual energy. A lot of mutual attraction. Okay? There's someone coming in who really sees you for your beauty. Right? You are remarkable, pile 3. Okay, don't doubt that when things move slowly. Don't doubt that. You have that drive in you for a reason. There would not be so much amazing synchronicity in your reading otherwise. Don't doubt this, okay? I just sense a little bit of like, it took time to get here, but now things are opening up, okay? You have the unfoldment. The journey's done. I just heard that as I was searching for this. The journey's done, okay? It's been a long time coming. You've worked very hard to reach this phase. Now, it's like loosen the reins a bit, right? He's got a really strong hold on those reins right there, and you had all these other figures. Actually, in the ostentation card, no reins. And there are here, though. But in the optimism card, double reined as well. And so what I feel like is that loosen your grip just slightly, just a little bit, okay? Beautiful love connection coming through. Let's learn a little bit more about this. Honestly, I'm going to put a spiritual lens on it just because I feel like throwing something really random at this. Okay, we'll take you. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Leap, you go first. The universe will catch you. Nope, not this deck, you guys. Not so little J. 5 of Wands. Okay, Okay, they're talking about me right now. I know my energy is not like it usually is, but I was just, enjoying this. Is there any other message that we need to give to pile 3 about this? Can I get one more? Not trying to be perfect. There was need for growth. This person's not so little anymore, not so naive, definitely has done some growing up, but so have you, and it's been necessary. Would not surprise me if this person is a part of your career. Because the 2 talks about duality, bringing 1 and 2 together, 1 and 1 together to make 2. And I feel like there are 2 seats here. So I feel like, and all the lights are pointing on you both, you're definitely meant to do something together with this individual, okay? They're a very creative person. Very creative. They have a past of, lots of sexual flings. No big deal. They were just getting out their most, highly potent spiritual energy, which is, again, sexual energy. They're not trying to be perfect. Hey, I'm not trying to be perfect in this reading either. There's a lot of growth. The both of you have been doing a lot of growing up. You have a lot of talent, okay? 2 10s, and not so little J. She was a fashion designer, Jenny Humphrey, and Gossip Girl. And she was so talented, she got to work for Blair Waldorf's mother. Okay? And that's you guys. Okay? There's this embodiment of the Empress within you too, and she feels full of life and potential and abundance. With Epic and Butterflies, this is love. There's strong chemistry between you guys. There is a message of you guys coming together. Okay, and I'm going to be nosy. I'm going to be nosy for you guys. I'm going to be a little bit nosy. This, Spirit, I think I'm close to something. There are 2 thrones there. That's strange to me. There are 2 thrones. So what I feel like is that pile 3 is meant to find this individual. I think it has something to do with both of their life purposes. Can I get a confirmation? Yes. The 9 of Cups. Make-A-Wish card says yes. Contentment. 9. LOL. Success. Wow, that was creepily synchronistic. Okay, so you're definitely meant to, there's something very gratifying about the 2 of you being together. Okay? It also looks like this person's sitting on a throne surrounded by their accolades. There was a lot of emotional growth, though. So I had a really cool epiphany yesterday in my studio. Yeah, I'm just going to share it with you guys. I don't know if it relates. The message, though, about emotional growth, the maturity, you both needed that, is an important message. But what I'm getting from... No, I'm actually... it doesn't relate to this. Sorry, I know that was really confusing. Yeah. This is great. So, okay, Spirit, thank you for that confirmation. Now, could I stick my nose even further into their business, please, for pile 3? Can I have just, even if it's very loose, can I have a little bit of a concept of what this career is supposed to be? This legacy? Can I have a little hint on that? No? Okay. Does pile 3 already know what this is? Can I get a hit on that? You've been working very hard at it, okay? Things seem to work very slowly, but don't lose your faith, okay? Don't lose your faith. Something about my eyes are being pulled back and forth rapidly between the ground energy here and the badger here. He's got a root in his hand. You've got the pentacles at your feet, okay? So... what is that message, Spirit? Roots. It's not getting grounded. It has something to do with roots. You don't see it. There's a message about patience coming through. I think I'm trying to extract something a little bit too specific. It is a general reading. Okay, so we got lots of really good confirmations for you, pile 3. For some reason, I just feel like I don't want to leave you quite yet. Can I have, I just want to do one little final message. Is there any advice we have for pile 3 at this time? I think the best advice already came through. It was that little bit of a sliver. Okay, for pile 3, please, is there just some final advice that we could give pile 3, please? Page of Cups. Expect the unexpected. Also, this talks about that romance, you guys. Expect the unexpected. Keep your... Yep, okay, that is the vibration message that I had. That little sliver of doubt, remove it. You don't need it. And I need to see that pie circle load all the way. It's like a little bit of sand. And I'm seeing this like trunk trying to close, and then it hits that grain of sand and it bounces wide open again. We just need to remove that little bit of doubt so that something can completely close, right? Because there's something grander, much, much grander unfolding for you guys. Oh, wow, look at that. All the lotus flowers on this individual with the lotus flower there. Okay. You both had a lot of maturing to do, a lot of growing up to do. You guys definitely came together way too soon. Okay. For some of you, you don't know this individual yet. You've been growing independently, but now your paths have to cross because it has something to do with both of your careers, both of your purposes, and both of your legacies. That is all being revealed to you. And it honestly does feel like a result of you moving with a little bit of aggression, making things happen, right? This is sometimes pushing yourself to learn new things. This is sometimes developing faith when things move slowly and there's no physical outside result. A lot of soul growth has been happening. All right, you guys, I think that's it. Those are all the messages I'm getting for you, pile 3. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, you can give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Of course, I book private clients, and you can book your own private reading, finding that information down below. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, pile 4, welcome to your reading. Hope you guys are doing so well today. You guys chose the Lynx, which is a very cool animal medicine card. In my opinion, animal spirit guide, sorry. The Lynx is the knower of secrets. Now, I haven't seen any of these cards yet. And the first message that's coming through is something along the lines that there is something you guys don't know about yourself. It's not necessarily like the energy of a secret surrounding you. It's the energy that there's like something about you just don't know. You don't know about this. Or kind of some truth, some aspect that you don't know about that is a necessary ingredient for either your life path, your current situation, something along these lines. I love the Lynx. You might be a clairvoyant, okay? And I do believe that this link is associated with clairvoyance too. A little bit different than frog. So clairvoyance, we receive our images mentally, right? Our signs from spirit we get as mental images. The Lynx is kind of someone who's able to perceive what someone else is hiding, okay? You're able to perceive someone's, their own illusion that they're under, their pitfalls, their fears, things of that nature. If you relate to that or drawn to this Lynx card, that must be some type of medicine that you have. So let's go ahead and discover these cards. You're the only pile who I drew a spiritual lens for, and I guess I'm hearing let's draw that first. The Age of Light. You have been training for this for lifetimes. That makes so much sense. That's amazing. Okay. Beautiful. Now, I drew as well from my Astro deck a house for each reading. And it was not my favorite. I don't think I'm going to do this anymore, but I wanted to make sure that things were consistent throughout all the piles. So I did draw a house. We're going to interpret this message through this loosely. We'll see. I might discard it. We don't know. Okay, you have the 4th house of roots. Let's read it real quick. Family, home, background, comfort seeking. Oops. Comfort. Sorry, I was like totally pulled out. I'm really drawn to this picture here and family. And there's something in this shell right here is really striking to me. Some really important message coming through. There's a secret. It's not a family secret. It's actually your lineage. There's something about your lineage, pile 4. Ooh, pile 4. And you guys have the 4th house. That's so bizarre. Something in your lineage, you guys, because you've been training for this for lifetimes. Talks about lineage, multiple incarnations through a family line. You guys have something about you. I would not be surprised if you guys were clairvoyants, or if you have a different psychic ability that was passed down through generations, perhaps not really capitalized on by previous generations, but you are meant to in this lifetime. Or some other spiritual talent or ability that's just been dormant and you gotta learn about it. It's super necessary. Very interesting. I was really interested in this energy already. Okay, so sorry, let me read them. Family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shell. Okay. Definitely a secret in your lineage. Let's keep going. Assertion with the sun in Aries. Okay. Lust with Venus in Aries. Double Aries. 2 1s. 11. Master number. Both of these cards falling underneath this Age of Light card as well. Okay. Let's keep going. We're going to do the tarot cards last. Let's do some earth magic. Whoa, that was weird. That was so weird, and now I am so interested in you guys. I refer to this deck as like what it's actually called. That's amazing. You guys have fairies with earth magic. Sorry guys, I'm going to try to stay rooted. I'm already just like super interested in this reading, okay? Fairies never comes out. And what's really remarkable is that there is all of this concept of sparkle and glitter and kind of spiritual light is what I want to call it. It's not mist, it's not fog, but there's like a little bit of glow to it. And it's kind of really captivating me. Your other earth magic card is Ocean with Ebb and Flow. Such a beautiful energy. And your 2 tarot cards, I'm going to have to reorganize this space. Let me just take a look at the camera. Let's see. Let's just discover your tarot cards first. You have the Ace of Cups, of course you would. And you have the 2 of Swords. Okay. Are these going to be off camera if I put them there? Barely. Okay. We're just going to work with that, I think. And I might actually do this. There. I think that's in camera. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so let's try to tune into the secrets. This whole message is to be kind of interpreted by the Lynx. Okay, so something to be revealed. The Ace of Cups, the original depiction or the Rider-Waite depiction of this card. I'm actually wanting to do this because I never get to see this fairies card. The Rider-Waite depiction of the Ace of Cups is a hand emerging from the spirit of the universe, and it's almost like a gift. Okay? And Two of Swords, kind of this concept of intuition seemingly blocked, with the reminder that that is always self-imposed. When we think that there's a blockage, that's something that we've created. Okay, so trying to just tune into your energy a little bit more. This message of like a dragon with a warrior and then a chameleon with a nude female figure. I just feel like the Lynx is here, and it's curious because I'm here to divine a message through someone who doesn't speak often. Something about trying to get a message definitely to you guys, but not really having the full capacity to illustrate it very, very specifically. What I feel like is that this fairies with earth magic is really important. There's something to do with real occult knowledge, esoteric belief systems, magical practices. All of those concepts are known by the Lynx. They're all concepts that the Lynx is familiar with, but they have all been perverted throughout time. Okay. I just feel like there's something that Pile 4 is supposed to learn about. Rather, you're going to be remembering something that was lost. I feel like there is a message here with a double Aries. Here we have a huge dragon with a very, very masculine figure. Then we have a puny dragon with a very feminine figure. And in this background, it's very country, very wild, very unevolved. Here we have it very pastoral. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Kind of like, look at the pink sky. Here we have a volatile volcano exploding, erupting. Something to do with a masculine line and a feminine line. And I feel like there is this power within you because the Lynx reveals something about you that you don't know. And that in and of itself is very interesting to me. To have almost like a destiny that you're fulfilling, but you don't know about it. For some reason, I'm seeing Peter Parker and Spider-Man, right? And there could be some event in the future that unfolds, okay? And that sets you down a very interesting life path. You know, when Peter gets bitten by the spider, that's not something he's necessarily born with. That's an event. But I feel like for some of you, there's something you were born with. Some ability, some talent, okay? Because earth magic with fairies, ocean, ebb and flow, and the Ace of Cups. That to me, I'm going to actually pull this Two of Swords away. I'm getting too many messages. We're going to investigate that though. Oops. Oh, and of course it popped back out. I said the shell on it. Hold on. Okay, sorry, you guys. This is important to be together. I'm feeling like you doubt something. You're insecure about something, or you've been hemming and hawing something far too long. Okay? That's why the Ace of Cups is overscored by the Two of Swords. Now, what I was talking about with earth magic and the whole ocean with ebb and flow, I feel like, you guys, I'm a little bit out of a loss for words. It's very interesting. I'm gonna draw some of these tarot cards. I want to draw a card each for assertion and lust. Can I get one for assertion? Yeah, Page of Cups. And for lust, Eight of Pentacles. You guys, I really actually don't know. I feel super tuned into your pile, and at the same time, it's almost like I can't really get anything from this anymore. I'm so intrigued, though. Let me just start back at the beginning. Okay. Lynx, there's a secret. Okay. Something to do with your family. Something to do with your family, your home, your background, something you don't know about. Okay. It's totally been hidden from you. You have no concept of this at present. Some of you can get very, very quiet, go into a meditative state of mind in order to get this knowledge, okay? There might be an offering you need to make to the Lynx in order to be able to get this truth, okay? Yeah, there's some sort of exchange because the Lynx is not someone who shares the secrets. He just knows them all. Has all of the secrets, all the intel. And so the Lynx would rather not come into your dimension to speak with you, right? It doesn't, knowing everything that the Lynx knows about the human race and the status of Earth at present, the Lynx could care less, right? That's the last place the Lynx probably wants to be. Now, the Lynx has showed up, though. Okay? And so there is something you are meant to extract from this reading. I'm getting the energy of a 1 and an 8, and a 1 and an 8, okay? And ones to me talk about beginnings or fresh starts or newness or revelations, maybe even epiphanies. 8s talk about mastery and education and kind of like the infinity symbol, so lifetimes. And so I feel like there's something really important about your story that you don't know about. Right? I wonder if some of you, it's kind of the energy of being adopted and just literally not knowing something about your family, like your family line, okay? Lineage is really important to this reading. I feel like you come from a line of spiritual warriors. And it's like two beginnings here, or two paths. Assertion, a lot of drive and willpower and battling. We see a figure literally battling the dragon, okay? It's almost a battle of good and evil. We have that concept coming through with lust as well. The battle of good and evil. You've been training for this battle for lifetimes. And there is something about actual practical magic that you're meant to learn. Okay? Oceans of ebb and flow talk to me about eternity. It's a very, very simple message, but something that is coming through is the ability to heal water or charge water with the vibration of love to heal. Okay, that is a message. Now, the double ones, the battle of good and evil. You guys, I'm trying my best. I really am. I'm a little bit, other than the fact that we obviously know there's something that you don't know about your family. I don't really have anything else to say about this. I can tell that you just know that there's something you don't know. There's a missing piece to this equation. That's exactly, literally the energy of it. Not only do I feel like, there's even the Two of Swords under this deck too. Not only do I feel like I am missing something, I feel like the cards are very straightforward, but it's only one message. And I don't really know what else to do with that, right? Because obviously we have a battle of good and evil, and you have been a part of this battle through many incarnations throughout your lineage, throughout time. Now, I want to just know, why are we telling you this? Other than the fact that there's something you guys need to learn about, and so you might need to get very quiet to figure out what that is. Other than that reality and just feeling like you're a waste of, energy and space because you're supposed to be doing something, you just haven't done it yet. You haven't discovered it. There's something you truly don't know. And you're just completely ignorant to it. And that is not a negative word. It's just literally defined. It means not knowing. And that's what the Lynx is all about. There's something you just literally don't know. And what I feel like is that it's really important to know about this. Some of you could be a life path 1. You're definitely leaders, spiritual leaders. And what I feel like is that try to get this information, because it's going to be different for each of us, especially because it's enshrouded in secrets. But try to get to the bottom of this. So you might seek out a psychic advisor. You might make an offering to the Lynx and enter a meditative state of being. There's something, though. You're not going to miss it. I think that's really important. I think that you're afraid that you're going to miss out, or you sense something really important that you don't know. You literally don't know about it. And you know that whatever you're doing in your life, there's something missing. It's not like, oh, I really miss my partner. I miss my soulmate. I miss something. No. There's something you're supposed to be doing, or in the future will do. And you're just really sensing that. What I get from these cards is a really mythical story, and then to have the most beautiful fairies card come out. There's something really magical about you guys. So you could be storytellers. I kind of get that with the 4th house. And I feel like there's something about your story that you don't know. You just don't know this yet. And it is enshrouded in mystery. Aries is really domineering, assertive, fire starter, passionate energy. It's really kind of bold. I'm actually going to... There might be a secret I can get from the Aries card. The fire starter. Active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, on a mission. Bossy, driving, sparky, courageous, selfish, macho, impulsive, argumentative, competitive. And our figure here has sunglasses on, very dark hair, tattoos covering the body, wearing a black leather jacket over a black dress. A lot unknown about this person. Pioneering spirit. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Honestly, in a nutshell, it's the vibration of holding peace and tranquility on Earth, okay? Because you're 4, here to bring stability. I feel like there's a little bit of a concept, a puzzle piece, something about your mission in life. Let's try to get something from this. Okay. All right. Powerful Lynx. Beautiful, beautiful Lynx. I appreciate all the secrets you've been able to reveal thus far. I feel like we have to give something to pile 4. Something a little bit more here. Can we perhaps have a little bit more about what seems to be going on? Oh my God, you guys. Isn't that so funny? The 7 of Cups, you completely black, right? I made all that fuss about this individual being adorned in black and mystery. We have 7. 7 is the number of divine knowledge, and then mystery. We even have a dragon right here, which is showing up there. It's a card of mystery. You know, this figure right here, it's an enigma. This essence of spirit. It's the one that's highlighted in red, kind of an Aries color, definitely a fire starter, domineering color. Spirit, your spirit. It feels like there is this thing about you, this essence about you. And for your whole life, I just heard, I don't want you to take this too firmly. I just heard for your whole life you've been barking up the wrong tree. And I'm getting a really strong confirmation with an airplane going overhead. I think that there's something innocent about you. This concept of innocence with your childhood. Something about childhood, early beginnings. You know, you guys used to believe in fairies, maybe still do. You used to build fairy houses. You guys used to really love and care for animals, making little homes for animals. You guys never wanted your stuffed animals to sit alone on the floor. You'd always put a little buddy next to it. What's really strange to me on this Aries card is to have the word innocent there. I feel like there's something about innocence that's really important about your character. And by your character, I mean the quality to your personality and the uniqueness of your expression of your soul. Now, innocent is next to the other word that popped for me, or the other phrase, which is on a mission. So there's something about your mission. And the Lynx is here to bring that to light, but they are not willing to budge. They're not willing to share with me anything else. So what I feel like in summary is that yearning you feel, that concept that something is missing, that you don't have all the information, that there's something you just don't know, and you know that's what you know without a doubt. You know that there's some crucial puzzle piece to do with your divine plan for this incarnation that you just simply don't know. And I want to inspire you guys to figure that out. Right? The Lynx to me is very much coming in. I just saw it step through a void in time and space, and it looked at you, and it blinked once, and it gave you that inner knowing. And then it just disappeared just as quickly as it came. It literally feels like that. It feels like literally this Lynx is not even present anymore. And I kind of want to do this. Okay, so the lightning bolt sparks an epiphany. Or sparks inspiration, brings life. That's what lightning does, okay? And so what I feel like is that Lynx showed up out of the void to inspire you, pile 4, to learn a little bit more about yourself. You might investigate your family, your background, your origins, your lineage. Some of you really do have kind of this spiritual ability, this talent, magic, the ability to work real magic on Earth that you just don't know about. And it's like you don't know your own power. And you sense it, though, with that Two of Swords. You sense it. There is something there, but you feel blocked from it. And I think for a long time you were, and very intentionally, because you had to be in a sort of vibration that would allow for this new knowledge to come in. In order to receive this light code, you had to be ready. And I feel like there is this aspect of readiness. You had to reach a certain level of stability structure stability within yourself. Your inner world needed to be dynamitely strong. You needed to develop compassion as well. Yeah, the oceans, they make rough edges of sea glass smooth. So your edges really needed to be worn. You needed to truly develop compassion and self-love in order to be able to be in a vibration that would allow for you to download this light code, which is, I feel like, something that already belongs to you. It just was removed for a time being. Kind of like when we pass through the veil of forgetting as we enter Earth incarnations. Something about, your origins has to be rediscovered. Because I feel like that's a certain vibration. It has to do with faith in the universe. Because we do have a 7. We got a little bit of a clue there. And so I feel like your whole life you've been led by temptations and you've just been on this journey, a very interesting journey. And you're at a point on this journey where you are recognizing that there's something more. And right now you're about to be set down a path where either things are going to be revealed to you or you're going to figure out what it is that you have been sensing. What do shells talk about? Temporary homes. The spiral, okay? Lifetimes, infinity. So we're bringing back to this concept of the age of light. Okay, so I have a concept for you guys. Your reading is a bit long. For anyone who's still here, hello. What I'm going to do is read this description from the book that it's associated with, okay? And let that be kind of the parting message. There might be some truths in there. So, did I just see it? Yeah. The age of light. You have been training for this for lifetimes. Okay, I knew there were soul gifts. Sorry, I'm reading ahead. Okay. Yup. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. There is no mistake that you are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed through you in this life. Yup. You're also all of the lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Right. All of those edges that need to be worn. Kind of like a jagged piece of sea glass. Or any stone that's been polished by the ocean. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put together all of the fingerprints of all the people you have been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you are. You came in with a clear soul plan. You sense that with this Life Path 1 energy. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is the part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward, that is ready to emerge. This is not a lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. Very much Life Path 1. What it says to do is hold the card to your heart and say, I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all now without hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. Wow. You guys, that was a very intriguing reading, and I did the best I could with our mysterious Lynx. Let's just let that kind of come back to light just as a farewell. Thank you, Lynx. Now, you guys, these are all the messages that I'm getting for you, my lovely Pile Force. And I hope you have the best rest of your day. Of course, I do book private clients, and you can book a private psychic reading from me. You can find that information down below. And no matter where you are in the world, day or night, until next time, stay divine.